All right, next habit team will be our water habit or hydration or liquids, however you want to think about it. But we're going to mainly focus on our water for this week, just 1 week on water, so we can get that dialed in. We all know it's important, so let's dive in. Start off with the most important thing is just our volume of water, how much we drink per day. There's a few easy rules on here, but my favorite one is just goal body weight times 30. So if I take my goal body weight is 88, I times that by 30, and then I end up with 2.64 liters per day. So I need to drink 2.64 liters per day. That's going to be my goal. Obviously, if you're exercising really hard, sauning, it's hot, breastfeeding, anything like that, you want to do more. I find if you just take your body weight in pounds and then just drink that in milliliters every 15 to 20 minutes, that's a good way to cover on the exercise side of things as well. So a couple little hacks there, keeping it pretty simple. Little caveat here on what type of water, because I know I'll get this question. In Australia, it's generally considered safe to drink tap water. Remembering our goal here is not worrying about all the things that may be in tap water, that there's contaminants and whatever. I actually just want the volume first. If you have access to a water filter though, fantastic, use it. And then obviously you can purchase water in terms of bottled water, but it's kind of expensive and not really recyclable. So I recommend getting a filter if you're already dialing your water and you want an extra step. Now, some people don't love water, learn to love it, but I also enjoy other things that are liquids but have no calories in them. So personally, spicy water or carbonated water, but my kids call it spicy water, so I thought I'd add it in here. Fantastic. You can get some that have very minimal flavor in it. It's got like 1 calorie per serve, so hell yeah, go for that. Just make sure there's not too much sugar in any of the ones that you may eat. And yeah, pretty simple stuff. Carbonated water, fantastic. It keeps you hydrated. Tea and coffee, black coffee that is, no calories. You'll see a lot that it contains antioxidants, these things. Now, technically that's not true. It contains oxidants that your body reacts to by having an antioxidant response. But good or bad, doesn't matter. Not part of our thing. But just if you see that, that's the case. Drinking straight coffee can have a diuretic effect. Just be aware of that, so it may actually dehydrate you a little bit. But caffeine especially can 100% increase performance in the gym. So if you've never used that, feel free not to start. But if you do, you can time it before you work out. Then obviously we also have non-caloric sweetened beverages, like some Fit Aids, for example, have no sugar in them. Again, we're just going for hydration. We're not worrying too much about what artificial sweeteners do for you. Their science is up in the air, to be honest. Some people say this, some people say that, but do what works for you. I find there are certain artificial sweeteners that give me a headache. Erythritol, I think, is one of them, but stevia seems to be fine. So you just got to test out what you like for your thing. I wouldn't use artificial sweetened drinks as a replacement for water though. Next up is electrolytes. I put a little link in the PDF I'll send out with this one from the crew from Element. Sad panda that they don't sell to Australia anymore. Maybe they'll bring it back. Every time they send me emails, I reply to them and say, when are you coming back to Australia? And they typically say, go away. But anyway, I digress. Electrolytes, super critical. Typically I find I'll sort of halve my water and I'll put electrolytes in some throughout the day and then just have normal water for the rest of the day. Somewhere around that 4 to 6 grams, but that's just for a normal sized person. If you're not a normal sized person, up or down depending on how you go. Assuming you don't have any hypertensive or your doctor has told you otherwise, you'll be okay. Salt is good. If you're on a low carb diet, you actually need more salt, would you believe, because you need the ions to move around energy. That's a little beyond this conversation as well. Natural sources of electrolytes. Did you know fruit contains electrolytes? Coconut water contains electrolytes. So an apple and a glass of water will have similar electrolytes to other electrolyte things. So don't be afraid of eating fruit. It's not part of, there will be no time I ever say don't eat fruit. And then coconut water. Just remember, coconut water does have calories, so make sure you're using them. It'll work out. Now, drinks with calories. Things such as fruit juice has calories. Maybe just eat the fruit instead. Depending on your goal. Remember, if your goal is not worrying about just performance, or your goal is just performance, then fruit juice might be useful because you can get some sugar into you and get those gains easily. Things such as milks, for example, again, has calories. Milk also has a dopamine, and it has a dopamine effect. So it is like mildly addictive because we're genetically designed to drink lots of it. So I'm not against milk, love milk, I drink heaps of it, but use milk for a purpose, not for hydration. And then the big elephant in the room here is alcohol. Depending on your goal, alcohol may lead you there or may not. Just understand that it will, if your goal is to be leaner, then it's probably taking you away. If your goal is to be hydrated, it's probably taking you away as well. So I would be very cautious with what your goal aligns with and what alcohol is giving you. You are all adults, you can make your own decisions, but don't make a decision so much that you're naive about knowing what's going on. Cool, so our task this week is twofold, mainly around hydration. The first task, the first and foremost, will be to hit your hydration volume number. Get that one first. If you are hitting your volume number, then we want to try and also eliminate any liquids that we may be drinking that have calories in them. So see if you can spend the whole week without drinking any calories, and then we can go from there. As always, consistency is key. Keep your protein up. Ask us for help. See you on the chat.